Hello everyone, my name is Michelle. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I want to tell you about my experience solo traveling in Rio de Janeiro. So I originally planned to spend 2 weeks in Rio, but I ended up cutting it short. And that's just something personal. I've learned about myself that I don't feel so great when I'm in such big cities. So overall, I had a good experience in Rio. I was also couch surfing. With my first host, I wasn't feeling too comfortable. He was kind of touchy and things like that. And there were just, okay, I'll just be completely honest. There were so many bugs. I was getting bit, chewed up, and just feeling itchy, and there were a lot of cockroaches. So I spent 2 nights there and I had to go. So after the first few nights that weren't the best, I decided to just go to a hostel, and I stayed in Copacabana. Where I stayed in Copacabana was really nice and it felt safe. I felt good just walking around. There was one moment when I first arrived that I was just walking to the beach, and this boy, maybe like 18, he came up to me and started speaking to me, asking for money, and just very persistent, following me, that I felt uncomfortable. So I just kind of scurried to a group of random people just to feel safer, and he kind of just went off and started asking other people. It happened to me another situation that I felt unsafe, that I was just going to find my restaurant that I was going to, and again someone came up to me and started speaking to me in Portuguese, asking for money, but the difference is they're more aggressive. He was really grabbing my arm, asking me like, give me money, and I just kind of scurry off. I mean, it was a main street, more like a walking pedestrian area, that I was just close to my restaurant, so I kind of just scurry off, and that was okay. But that's one takeaway from my experience in Rio. The homeless people, the people in the streets asking for money are more aggressive. Actually, I've never experienced that before in my travels. So yeah, that's something to be aware of. So then I went to stay with another host. Actually, I didn't stay with the host, the person who invited me, but I stayed with his parents, who are maybe in their 60s or 70s, and it was such a nice homestay, a really good cultural exchange. They really made me feel taken care of. They were worried about me when I would be out, and it was just a super nice stay with them. And then yeah, I saw the center of Rio, away from the south where all the beaches and tourists typically go. So I really enjoyed the center. They have the o Museu do Manhã. It's like the Museum of Tomorrow. That's a really great museum that I can highly recommend. You can spend a few hours there easily. But then I also did the trail Corcovado, which is the trail that goes up to the Christ the Redeemer statue, right? So if you do go to Rio, I can at least recommend going at least a week, because you don't know how the weather will be, and apparently it happens a lot that people go up there and it's just covered in clouds. It happened when I got up there. I saw the Christ the Redeemer, I could see the beautiful view, and then a minute later clouds rolled in and everything was covered. So yeah, go at least a week just in case you might get some rainy days and lose time. So overall, Rio is a nice city. It's beautiful, it's true, but for me, I wouldn't spend such a long time there. The beaches are nice, but again, for me, it's just packed with people. Behind you, you just have buildings, and I prefer more natural beaches, more secluded beaches. So that's why I just decided to leave early, and I went to Ilha Grande, and I spent, I think, 5 or 6 nights there, and I'm so happy that I spent more time in Ilha Grande versus Rio. But again, that's just personal preference. I don't always feel great when I'm in big cities, so I prefer more small towns and little islands like Ilha Grande. So I'll make another video about my experience in Ilha Grande and Paraty, 2 great places that I can highly recommend. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm always happy to help fellow travelers or anyone who aspires to travel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!